Men who have been proposed to by their girlfriends. How did you feel about it? Pretty. I asked my dad this question. I didn't want to get married, but there's nothing else to do in Cuba, so I did it anyways. Oh damn. Partially the reason why poor people / farmers conceive tons of kids in poverty-filled countries. Or 100 years ago. Also people needed tons of kids, because one half of them will die too. You need cheap farmhands to help out. I wasn't really planning on proposing, but one day, while surfing the web, I found this ring that was exactly his style and even had customizable runes. He is a diehard lover of all Viking stuff, and I knew I just had to get it. I bought 2 rings, invited him to our favorite restaurant, and after dessert I popped the question. No, I didn't get down on one knee or announce it for everyone to hear. My husband got so happy and yelled out, "Oh shit, awesome," when I showed him the rings and he popped a boner that lasted all the way home, and he was such in high spirit that he decided that we should have a bake-off. Spent the rest of the evening gaming and stuffing ourselves with cake and buns. I was worried that he would feel emasculated and stuff, but he said that he's really happy to have such a cool engagement ring, and he has never been one to think that by being a man you had to do manly stuff and not be overshadowed by women. He still tell me almost daily how much he likes being married, and now we have a kid coming our way, so I guess everything is really nice. My husband got so happy and yelled out, "Oh shit, awesome," and he even popped a boner. Now that's marriage material. Both of you sound awesome. I'm happy for you. We were sitting on the back porch of his house on the big patio 2-person seats thing, and his head was in my lap. Me, you know what we should do? Him, what? Me, we should get married. Him, yep, we should. And a year later we did. 2-person seats thing. So a bench. Asking the important questions. My mum proposed to my dad in a pub about 2 months after dating. He said no until he found a steady job and could support them. 2 weeks later he found full-time work and said they could get married. They celebrated 30 years together in May. I love them so much. In this modern day, that would be considered a massive red flag of crazy. Glad it worked out for them. Not exactly a proposal, but my ex wanted to elope. I said no, not because I wouldn't have married her in a heartbeat, but partly because I would want my family there for it, and because I knew that her parents would disown her, and it would hurt everyone in the process. No matter how open-minded Indian families are, their world would shatter. I keep thinking how I might have answered her differently. Perhaps it could have saved the relationship. My response might have just fueled her insecurities. In fact, it's weird that this question came up today on my feed, because I was thinking about it today. I have traveled the same path my friend. I'm a Hindu Indian, and she was a Muslim. She has been my best friend and most trusted person since I met her. But family and religion and egos get in the way. Being disowned, shamed, talked about is the fear that truly stops us from finding ourselves and our life partners. Keep your head up. Your story may not be done yet. BTW, I said F it, and married said woman. Good for you. I hope you're really happy. My mom proposed to my dad. They are still married after 30 years. My dad had been married twice previously, and my mother once before. He said he never wanted to get married again, and she said fuck that. So one day, when my dad got back from work on the railroad, she was waiting for him with a steak and some scotch, and she asked him, and he said okay. The end. My parents have been married for 29 years, together for about 47 in total I think, and my mom proposed while they were doing the dishes one day. She just decided one day and my dad went back alright, and they got married at the courthouse with their parents and 2 witnesses. I melted. Happiest moment of my life. Didn't once occur to me what the conventional norm was supposed to be. Didn't feel emasculated or anything. Just felt so loved. Actually, I did at one point think, fuck, getting proposed to is the best feelings in the world. Fuck me, I can't do this for her now. Fuck, how do I make her feel as loved as she is making me feel in this moment? Fuck, this love shit is so hard. Unfortunately, she passed away 5 months after that, and I never did get to wait for her at the end of the aisle. Edit. Thanks Reddit fam for the love 3. Oh shit. That took a turn I didn't expect. I'm so sorry. Felt like M. Night, Vince Russo and GRRM got together to write that post. She just said one day her hey wanna get married? Me yeah. Sort it out. If you want we got married the next Friday at the courthouse. Had a few beers at the local pub and went home. We are pretty relaxed. We were pretty relaxed about it too. I was on the phone with him telling him that I passed the interview and got offered a job in another country. Me, but in order for you to come with me, we'd have to get married. Him, yeah I'll marry you. I'll marry the crap out of you. Didn't end up getting the job due to visa issues, but we decided to get married anyway. We had a relaxed ceremony with a couple witnesses. It was excellent. We didn't end up going to the pub, but we had a barbecue at my parents' place with loads of beer. Does that count? It was great. We had lived together for about a year, and one Sunday afternoon we were sitting on the couch talking shit, and she started talking about how women could use boobs to get men to do literally anything. I argued that she was wrong, and we weren't that simple. She sat on my lap facing me, lifted up her shirt, and said, "Will you marry me?" I was sworn to secrecy afterwards, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't count. I love this. This is how I actually stop arguments with my husband when I'm losing. Hubby brings up a key fact I didn't think of, which turns the tide of the argument in his favor. Me, if I lose this, he will be absolutely insufferable and smug for at least 3 to 4 days. Pulls up my shirt and bra and flash him mid-argument. Hubby, surprised, sputters a bit, then goes to grab my tatas. It used to work way more often, but after 8 years together he is catching on. He still smiles and grabs them, but he will continue arguing while doing so. Edit. For the people ming me and calling me a whore, a manipulative bitch, or that I don't respect myself. You all need to calm down. Stop being so angry, chill out. Second, I said argument, not fight. My hubby and I argue about silly things non-stop. The other day we argued because I said something smells pretty, and he said pretty is a visual representation and can't be used to describe a smell. That devolved into a 20-minute argument while cuddling on the couch, which I won. Tits weren't even needed. Shit. He's learning. Bring out the buttocks. Bring out yeah dead. My husband says he was just fine with it. Although he didn't get proposed to by his girlfriend, I got proposed to by my future wife. He is so cheesy. Love him. Did he cry? Nope. He said, "Of course I will marry you." I thought we already decided to get married, as we had discussed it previously. However, I wanted a formal proposal and didn't want to keep waiting. So I proposed to him with a custom box and an engraved Zippo. He is a smoker. I did ask him to get me an inexpensive engagement ring and he decided that he also wanted one. So we did that as well within the next few months. It was totally us. My so gave me an engraved Zippo a while back too. What did you write on his? It said, "Before you, I was lost in the dark. You brought light and love to my life." And I wrote a cheesy card about how I wanted him to be my other half of lots of cheeky couple. Like, "Will you be my Hunter, my Leah," and stuff like that, before I just asked if he would be my other half for the rest of my life. It was romantic and sweet. I was really surprised she just casually asked me one day when we were out fishing. I did feel like I should have been the one to ask her, and it kinda fucked with my head. But that was a little over 7 years ago, and we are still going strong. I had the ring in my hand. I was saying how happy she made me and how I wanted us to be together forever. And then she interrupted and said, "Will you marry me?" And I said yes and put a ring on her finger. Then I said, "Hang on, that was my line." And she said, "Sorry." I got excited. Then she cried a lot. This is my favorite story of them all. Well, maybe except the boobs one. Scrolls furiously. Hey, it's December 26th. We only have 5 days left in the year to get married and have it count toward our taxes. We should do that. Okay. I was fine. At that point we'd had a kid together since the previous September and had been together for almost 10 years. Marriage was a tax convenience for us, less than an everlasting bond between passionate lovers. I love her all the same though. We just never put any sentimental importance into marriage. I suppose her real proposal was the November before our daughter was conceived, where she said we should make one of those. After I texted her a picture of my 5-month-old niece at the time, and my heart basically jumped out of my chest. So I was very excited and happy. Edit. Added link in case anyone wanted to see the thing we made. She turned 2 yesterday, 9/20. We should do that. Let's make one of those. I love how your wife speaks lol. Why waste time, say a lot word when few word do trick. Have a day. Yes.